Hi, my name is Jimmer Cherwin. I'll be serving overseas in Central Eurasia. I'll be teaching English as a business, as a mission.
My name is Max O'Connor, and I served in Japan and Taiwan. So before our outreach in Japan and Taiwan, we had a lecture phase. It's all about training to go to the mission field, but also just growing in your relationship with God. And we spent 3 months there where we had classes and trainings.
Starting from 18 when I was in college and going into like my early 20s, I really felt God calling me to missions, and I had a vision from God, and it was this mountain range with a golden light behind it, and I was thinking, it's like, God, is this a mountain that I've got to climb, or I don't know what it was. I was contemplating for a few years, and since I served on the youth team, the youth pastor wanted me to help out with the team that they're sending to Germany for a winter conference, and there's a bunch of missionaries with missionary kids, so they need help with that. And that week we had a prayer and worship night. It was just 2.5 hours of praying for these specific countries in Central Eurasia, and that's when God revealed to me that that mountain range is in Central Eurasia. And I was just like, all right, God, that's amazing, I'm gonna go.
Taiwan, there's a lot more churches, and it's kind of more like Western churches, so Taiwan being a mission sending country to the rest of Asia. So we just went kind of with the goal of equipping and encouraging the believers to go out, and whether it be to other countries or even where they are, just to be missional and to tell their friends and family about Jesus. So much of it was, we were preaching and bringing this message, but then we would just leave space for the Holy Spirit to move and speak, and he just really did. And so there's so many just Taiwanese people just set on fire for the Lord, set on fire for what he's doing around Asia and around the world, and just wanting to be sent out.
It's less than 0.2% that's evangelical Christian. Of 10 million people, 98% of that predominantly Islam. It's difficult when you look at the numbers, I guess, but I think about, Jesus started out with 12, where it turned into thousands. And that's disciples making disciples, and it's exponential growth. I'm excited because I get to be part of that, right? I get to, help fulfill the Great Commission. I get to be going out into the world. I get to be sharing Christ, sharing the gospel of Christ, the good news that was given to me at one time in my life. And I'm not going to hold on. I'm not going to hide it under a bushel, right? I'm going to share it with anyone I can. And I'm going over there to equip someone. They're going to be making disciples to make disciples to make disciples. And then we're going to see church planting. We're going to see movements. And that's Eurasia's big dream, right? Is to realize a church planting movement amongst all people groups. I'm excited to be a part of that.
In Japan, that definitely a lot slower paced and more discipleship and evangelism focused. So just because it's a really just spiritually heavy place, and even some people give it the term as the missionary graveyard, because so many people go and then they just come back because it's just really hard for people to accept the gospel and to see fruit. In the 1900s, the primarily largest Christian community was in Nagasaki. So when they got bombed in World War II, there's no Christian population there at all. Then after that, not many missionaries wanted to go there because there's so much tension between Japan and America, and so it's kind of this wave of missions was missed. So much hurt and depression and heaviness, and you could just feel it when you went there. I think 97.8% unreached, and we'd walk up to people and ask them if they knew Jesus, and they asked if it was a food or if it was whatever, just literally had no clue, or maybe they had seen it in movies or heard about him from there. And so so we just got to really just make friends, and a little bit more slower pace in Taiwan, but really just go deep with people and just get to just pour to people and make disciples.
Priority for me is prayer. Obviously I need funds to go, but prayer for me is huge right now, because it's not any money, and money is not going to save anybody. It's going to be Christ, and we're going to get that through prayer. And thank you for praying for me. Thank you for supporting me, because without that, I would not be able to go into this unreached world.
yeah, I've just felt so blessed and so encouraged by just the support from CLF and yeah, even just individuals praying over me and wanting to invest in what I'm doing. And yeah, so I just wanted to give just a huge thank you to CLF and Beyond Missions for yeah, just investing in me as I get to equip believers to step into their callings and get to yeah, just reach the unreached and do what the Lord's called me to do.